Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, I know you're stoked for today's video because we've got some major breaking news. That's right, the Dallas Cowboys have just made a huge move, and I mean huge. Sam Darnold, the former 3 overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, is signing with the Cowboys in a deal that could completely change the trajectory of this franchise. Trust me, you do not want to miss this video. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive right into it. Let's rewind a little bit. The Cowboys have been gearing up for another run at the NFC East title, and hopefully a Super Bowl appearance. But one thing has always been on the minds of Cowboys fans and the coaching staff: the backup quarterback situation. As much as Dak Prescott is the franchise QB and a top-tier talent, his health and performance under pressure have been questioned from time to time. You can never have too many weapons on a roster, especially when you're trying to go deep into the postseason. And that's exactly why the Cowboys' decision to bring in Sam Darnold should make everyone take notice. This signing isn't just about bringing in another guy to hold a clipboard. This is about deepening the quarterback room, giving the team more options, and ensuring that Dallas is ready for any scenario. It's about making the team as resilient as possible, and with the kind of talent and upside that Sam Darnold brings, this could very well be the missing piece. For those who might not be totally familiar with Darnold's history, let's take a moment to recap his journey. Sam Darnold was one of the most highly touted quarterbacks coming out of college in 2018. Playing for USC, he was regarded as a potential future star, a guy who could come in and take a team to the next level. The New York Jets saw that potential and selected him with the 3rd overall pick. But unfortunately, things didn't pan out. While he certainly showed flashes of talent with the Jets, his time in New York was marred by inconsistency, poor coaching, and a lack of overall talent surrounding him. Still, those who have been following Darnold's career know that he's flashed some serious ability at times. His arm strength, his ability to make deep throws, and his overall athleticism. But again, playing for a dysfunctional franchise like the Jets only stifled his growth. After a couple of seasons of ups and downs, Darnold was traded to the Carolina Panthers in 2021, where he had a new start, a fresh environment, and a chance to prove himself. Unfortunately, his time in Carolina didn't quite work out either. While there were some good moments, Darnold wasn't able to solidify himself as the long-term answer in Carolina, and once again, questions arose about his future in the NFL. But despite the struggles, there's a reason the Cowboys are giving him another chance. Darnold's raw talent is undeniable. His mobility and ability to extend plays with his legs could be a real asset in the Cowboys' high-octane offense. And in a more structured and well-coached system, Darnold could blossom. That's where the Cowboys come in. The Cowboys have been a consistent playoff contender in the NFC in recent years, but the one thing they've struggled with is deep postseason runs. Could the addition of Darnold be the move that finally gets them over the hump? Many believe the Cowboys' roster is one of the most complete in the league. The defense is stacked. The offensive line has talent, and the skill players, from CeeDee Lamb to Tony Pollard, are some of the best in the league. But one area that's been lacking is depth at the quarterback position. Cooper Rush, the Cowboys' former backup, did an admirable job filling in for Dak Prescott last season, but there was always a sense that the Cowboys could do better in terms of backup QB talent. Enter Sam Darnold, a guy who could not only be a competent backup, but might even challenge for the starting job, depending on how well he plays in training camp and the preseason. It's important to understand the implications of this move. Dak Prescott is undeniably the franchise quarterback for the Cowboys. He's a proven leader, a former Rookie of the Year and a 2-time Pro Bowler. But even the best QBs have bad games. Even the best QBs can be sidelined by injuries, and if there's one thing we've learned over the past few seasons, it's that the Cowboys need a reliable backup quarterback to step up when needed. Darnold, with his upside, could be the exact player the Cowboys need to ensure they're always prepared for any situation. It's not about replacing Dak. It's about building the kind of depth that helps a team win championships. This deal with Darnold is also a clear message to Dak Prescott. Nothing is guaranteed, not even for a franchise QB. And that can only be a good thing for Dak. Competition breeds excellence, and with a guy like Sam Darnold on the roster, Dak is going to have to bring his A-game every single week. He'll have to be sharper, more precise, and more consistent. That's what we all want to see from Dak Prescott. His absolute best. And with a capable, hungry guy like Darnold behind him, Dak can't afford to have any off days. If Darnold performs well enough in training camp, the Cowboys coaching staff may even decide to let him battle for the starting job, or at the very least, give him significant reps during the preseason to see what he can do. Now let's talk numbers. According to reports, the Cowboys have signed Sam Darnold to a 2-year deal worth approximately $14 million, which is a reasonable deal for a quarterback with his experience and potential. It's a contract that gives Darnold a chance to prove himself while not breaking the bank for the Cowboys. This is a win-win situation. If Darnold thrives in this new system and can show that he's learned from his past mistakes, he could be a legitimate asset for the Cowboys. If he doesn't pan out, the Cowboys aren't tied to a massive financial commitment. It's a low-risk, high-reward signing, and at a time when the Cowboys are so close to being Super Bowl contenders, it's the kind of move that could make all the difference. But what does this mean for the rest of the Cowboys roster? Well, it adds depth and creates healthy competition. It also signals to the entire locker room that every position is up for grabs. The Cowboys are all in for this season, and they're not leaving anything to chance. Depth at every position is crucial, especially at quarterback. Look at how injuries have derailed other teams' seasons. Having a backup that can step in and potentially lead the team is not only smart, it's necessary for championship-caliber teams. The Cowboys clearly understand this, and that's why this signing feels so important. So, what's next for the Cowboys? Training camp and preseason are where Darnold will need to prove that he belongs. But given his experience, it's entirely possible that he could push Dak Prescott to new heights. Whether Darnold ends up as the backup or eventually challenges for the starting role, one thing is clear. The Cowboys are doing everything they can to prepare for a deep playoff run. The question now is whether Sam Darnold can seize the opportunity in front of him and make the most of it. As we await the official start of training camp and preseason, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this unfolds. Is Sam Darnold going to be the next big story in the Cowboys' quarterback room? Will he be the guy who finally takes over as the starting QB? Or will he just be a solid backup who provides injury in case of injury? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This is a story we'll all be watching closely as the season unfolds. Hello Cowboys fans, what do you think about this move? Are you excited about the potential Sam Darnold brings to the table? Or are you skeptical about what he can really contribute to this team? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you're excited about the upcoming season, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all the latest Cowboys news and updates. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, go Cowboys!